What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 83. Let's go. We got another one coming at you. Terrible fight card ahead of us. We had some good shit last week, so obviously a natural decline in the fight cards. We only got one fight card. It's UFC Fight Night. Tai Tuivasa versus Marcin Tybura. Not that great of a main event at all, but they are both top 15 ranked heavyweights.
Yes.
Before we get into all that, like and subscribe. And if you enjoy the content, it always helps out. Let's fucking go. Maybe drop your thoughts in the comment on the card and talk all the shit, because I'm sure that's what everyone will do for, there is we got a few redeemable things. It is a Tai Tuivasa fight week, so.
And
yeah, we do.
He goes on 3-fight losing streaks. That's how he got his first 3 losses. He's now on his second run of 3-fight losing streaks. So hopefully he just comes out with the first round knockout, and we have a good heavyweight first round.
I actually think that is. I was about to yell on and just get right into it, or
yeah.
I don't, because I actually think that's more than likely what's going to happen.
Probably.
Yeah,
just because Tybura can be pressured to get his back on the cage, and he has some bad striking defense.
And he's been knocked out multiple times.
Yeah.
But who's he been knocked out by? You know what I mean?
Tom Aspinall, Augusto Sakai, Shamil Abdurakhimov, Derek Lewis.
I actually, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Those are the people.
You said Tybura?
Yeah.
I said Tybura.
I fucked up. My bad. I heard Tuivasa.
You were about to get defensive, huh?
I was.
Respectfully.
My bad. Continue, Ginger. Yes, he has been knocked out by Tom Aspinall. I know that.
I was about to say, you're like, wait, Augusto Sakai? Did he beat a Sakai?
Yeah, my brain went all over the place.
Because I think what you heard was, what I was saying was that Tybura has terrible striking defense. And before that, I was talking about Tuivasa, and I might not have said Tybura.
No, you probably did. I probably just still had time in my head and thought, he does have terrible striking defense. But who has he really gotten knocked
out by? And then
that's really funny.
Then you start hearing names, and you're like, wait, when did he fight Tom Aspinall?
I was like, this dude. I was like, those are not the names that he's been knocked out by. I was like, what?
But yeah, no. So no, it's just his striking defense isn't that good for Tybura's, because he's just like. Especially last card, he was doing this weird face palming defense thing, and it's just if you're Ty, you're gonna be beating up that leg and then just going to the body and then coming back up top, and you're just gonna knock him out.
Yeah, against actual good punchers that know how to pressure and have heavy hands and could put just Tybura, like you say, he just kind of shells up and just is nowhere near the fighter that he is when he's given the space to work and just I don't know, has the time to just kind of think through it, get get that confidence going in him, you know what I mean? He can definitely be one to just kind of be ran over.
No, yeah.
Which
100%
is 100% what I'm hoping for with Tai Tuivasa, because he easily has that ability. One of the heaviest hitters in the UFC heavyweight division for sure. He's also got an amazing chin. That Derek Lewis fight, it will always surprise me how that motherfucker didn't get finished by those punches up on the cage, came back to finish, and just absolutely beautiful. Was his last win, actually.
Yes.
On a 3-fight losing streak, like you mentioned earlier, but it's the guys he's losing to: Cyril Gane, Sergey Pavlovich, and Alexander Volkov. The Volkov one was definitely the worst of them all, you know?
Yeah.
But Ty has never had great submission defense off his back. He's never had great, ground work off his back at all, so...
He doesn't have great grappling in any aspect of the game, really. And that's the thing that gets me worried about this one, because Tybura is someone that can shoot takedowns. He will use that for a path to victory. And it's if you're Tybura, there's no reason to be spending any sort of time on the feet with this man. Just go for single legs right away.
But that's also kind of the thing. He has 0 submission wins, 2 submission losses, 1 win by decision. Nope, sorry. Wrong person. I was on the wrong person that time.
Let's go.
I didn't scroll all the way up. No, 7 wins by submission, 9 by decision. There it is.
I was gonna say, you were saying that, I'm just like, that doesn't seem right, and especially when you said the amount of decisions.
Are you talking about Tybura?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any subs in the UFC. All 18 fights, he's never subbed somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like he can still, like, he can
fat
man
do it, but like,
for sure. But Volkov is definitely better than Martinez.
Yeah,
like Volkov really isn't bad. He's 11-4 in the UFC. Yeah. Like he's not the best win out of those 3. I mean, the best loss out of those 3, but he's not the worst by any means.
It's really just
like,
the fact of like, dude got taken down in Ezekiel choke by fucking
Volkov.
The
Ezekiel choke is what's embarrassing.
Terrible, man.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like Volkov is one of like a world class kickboxer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Dude is not Alexei Olenek. Like, come on.
I was about to say, look, he spent a camp with Alexei Olenek. It's fine.
It's still not great.
No, it is bad, but the thing is, like with Tybura does like to strike. Like he actually kind of prefers it.
I know.
Which is why I think that Ty's gonna get the win. Like
maybe it's because he's a big boy. He gets too tired when he wrestles.
Yeah,
it's very possible.
What I think is what will happen is Tybura will end up trying to panic shoot, and then he's just gonna get shucked off and beat up.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if Ty's gonna be the just like more physical guy in there, and like he is probably gonna get pressured on the feet. It's gonna be like a, you know, maybe just not like a terrible panic shot, but it's not gonna be like the best. And I wouldn't be surprised if like Ty is able to grab those underhooks, just kind of push him away, just start bombing on him. You know, I feel like where Tybura probably doesn't have like the fight IQ for it, but where he'll probably catch it is like that scenario happens, Ty goes to like bomb on him, and then he just reshoots right away. You know what I mean? Like he can't get like shot like down on one takedown and just be like, oh well, I didn't get my takedown, so now I have to like reset it. Like you just have to go after it.
Yeah,
but I don't think he can really do that. It's more than likely we're coming out Ty Tuivasa, first round knockout. He's jiggling that belly across the octagon as he goes up on it, grabs a shoe, grabs a beer can, and fucking does his classic shoey. Let's go! Yep. But can we also, like, can the people that are, like, in the apex stop doing shoeys, too? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's, like, the shit where it's like, bruh, like, it's okay that the fucking Aussies do it. That's their thing. Let them have it.
You're in the apex, brother.
It's crazy. Fucking oh, people are nasty, but I understand. Ty's a fan favorite, so you know what I mean.
I don't understand unless they're bringing an extra shoe. Like you about to put your foot back in that? That's crazy. That's always the craziest part to me.
Okay, do you not recognize the MMA fan base?
I don't give a
They're a bunch of animals. They know that. Just a beer, some
wet shoe, wet sock,
some leftover beer,
and it's only one, so your feet aren't even feeling.
That's nothing to them.
Oh my goodness,
that's nothing to them.
That's horrendous.
They'll pour shit on them. Imagine just walking around just fully covered in beer. They're fine with that.
No sound. You have no sound either.
Robots for like a minute straight for me.
Really?
Sorry.
Nah, you're good. That's fine.
That's fun.
That'll just have to be edited. Sorry.
Yeah. I think it's fun.
I mean, but yeah, so it's just like Ty, he's got it. It shouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't be the most surprised if Tybura is able to get a win over him, and if he does, is probably gonna be a long 25 heavyweight minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
First round knockout, let's go.
You gotta hope for it. That would be the best thing.
Gotta hope.
The co-main event, though. Pretty big drop-off, I would say.
Yes.
It should still be fun, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's just the... Usually with at least, like, a decent Apex card...
They'll at least give us a good co-main, I know.
And I mean, I feel like it's going to be a fun fight because Brian Battle's back against Andre Lusa. But it's just like, just a very different in terms of quality. Yeah,
but you know what? I like that for Brian Battle. Getting like a co-main spot at least, you know, just at the top of a card. It's obviously not a big spot. It's on a Ty and Tybura card and the Apex, but like still.
No, yeah, and
he's
having
probably
that co-main is definitely just a big spot in general for sure. You're gonna get way more promotion and everything done on you.
Only 29 years old. It's like probably gonna get a good win over Lusa. So
yeah, Lusa is not the greatest fighter at all. Brian Battle is a very solid fighter. His one career loss coming on short notice to Renat Fakhretdinov, which was like, as soon as he took that, it was just like, bruh, what? Like, so much respect for doing that, but we kind of knew how it was going to play out. Came off the Ultimate Fighter, was a 185-pounder, had 2 wins in the UFC at 185 pounds, moved down to welterweight, 3-1 in the weight class sense. Did miss weight against Gabe Green, but made weight last time out against AJ Fletcher. Back-to-back finishes in his last 2 fights. So... I'm really expecting Brian Battle to get a very solid win over Andre Lusa.
Yeah, because the UFC was showing a free fight, and it was Andre Lusa versus Reese McKee, which is his last win. Yep. And watching the last 20 seconds of that 3rd round and Reese just like piecing him up and hurting him, Brian Battle's about to knock him the fuck out. I don't care if he ain't been knocked out before. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battle, he's good. He's big, especially at 170 pounds. Like, he's just a solid ass guy. Very excited to see what he's able to do in his career. And like you said, only 29 years old, so plenty of time to work and grow inside the UFC. Very nice to have him in the co-main event. Probably need like even 2 more or something after this, I feel like, to get into top 15 talks and stuff. But
yeah,
I mean,
it all depends on who, like, really honestly, it would be next for them. Like, where they would book it. Like, who's right outside that top 15.
Because he is on 2-fight winning streak, both of them finishes. If he gets like a solid finish, co-main event, and this time out, you know what I mean? Like, he could easily get like a solid step up in competition, get to finish in there. Like, it could just be one more fight after this, depending on how things go. But
no, because I mean, you got people like right outside the top 15, like you got Phil Rowe, Chaos Williams, Max Griffin, Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Those are some fun fights in there, honestly.
I was about to say Zaleski.
Yeah. So he could easily get himself into a fight with a big finish here with one of those guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. Definitely down to see that. Hope he gets a big win here. Does have a great nickname, I'd say. Pooh Bear. I very much like it. It's very nice.
Didn't he change it?
Did he?
Not according to Tapology.
Yeah.
Because I could have sworn that it was like in his last fight. You were like, no, it's Pooh Bear, and it was supposed to be something else, and then they didn't say what it was.
He might have. That does sound right. You might be right on that.
Can't remember, though, because it still has Miss Pooh Bear. I don't know. Maybe he went back.
Well, let's go. He should keep it as Pooh Bear. But in the featured bout, this fight, Kennedy Nzechukwu, he should easily win this fight against OSP, Ovince St. Preux. Been around in the UFC for a while, but 40 years old now. He is clearly not at the peak of his powers anymore. Was never the best fighter when he was like at the best of his career. I just feel like Kennedy's gonna end up getting taken down and choked out in this one. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like he really should win it. He really should be able to go out there and just knock him out. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people were expecting him to go out there and be able to knock out Dustin Jacoby.
Yeah, but that's a little different.
Yeah. I feel like I probably had Dustin in that one. I don't remember off the top of my head. But that's just, Dustin's such a solid kickboxer, you know what I mean? It's hard to get past that.
And he's not 40.
I did have Jacoby by KO TKO in that fight on my Topology pick.
Good for you.
You probably had Kennedy by decision, so fuck you.
Let me check.
But yeah, it like definitely a rough loss, trying to break into the top 15 in his last one out. But OSP, I feel like that's just such a big step down in competition, from someone like Dustin Jacoby. Like he's not completely fucked after that, and just what I mean, like should be like around that area. I feel like he should get a solid knockout win over OSP at this point in his career.
Yeah.
He really should. Also, I had Jacoby by decision.
Terrible, you fool. He was knocking him out.
To be fair, Justin Jacoby has 6 decision wins, and a lot of them coming in the UFC.
Well, you should have known for that one. I understand. But yeah, Kennedy, he's a very solid fighter. He is fun to watch at 205 pounds. But yeah, I just got a bad feeling about this one. Who knows? Maybe by fight day I'll have a different idea and I'll end up still going with him on Tapology. But
you'll be singing a different tune, maybe.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I'd be saying shit on the podcast, and then it's like 2 days later, I'm just like, I feel something completely different this morning.
Yeah, I can understand that completely. Because, like, this one I can completely understand. Like, if Nzechukwu gets taken down, there is a high likelihood he gets subbed.
Yeah, he's fucked.
Better not try to jump the Gilly. You'll get fucking Von Flu choked real quick.
I feel like just because you said that, he's gonna do some dumb shit like that, and it's gonna happen.
He's inspired by Dustin, bro. He literally just fought. Of course he's gonna jump the Gilly.
That would... The dude that fucking... Like, everyone is like, it's the fucking OSP choke and shit, like the Von Prue choke, like...
Yep.
Oh my goodness. That'd be terrible. I would never pick him in a fight ever again if he jumps a guillotine on OSP. That is for damn sure. Moving on down the card, though. This next one, C-Rod, he's back. Finally move. What, are you going down for like a... For just down the card?
I'm saying they just kind of even more of a drop.
I don't know. C-Rod, he's like a pretty hyped up prospect a little bit, you know? Like, he's solid.
Okay, and who's he fighting again?
Isaac Dulgarian, who's also solid. I mean, he's only 6-0, but his one fight in the UFC was a good finish over Francis Marshall.
It was,
yes.
He's only gone 2 first-round finishes in his 6-0 career, so, like, it's just a fun guy, you know?
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, I was just saying in terms of name quality.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But prospects, it's fine.
But good prospects, yeah, 100% good prospects. So C-Rod does what he did to Cameron and Raul.
I'm gonna think
if he drags this, because just like you were saying, only first round finishes. Drag this man into the second and third rounds.
For sure. The game plan's gonna be grappling, holding him down, holding him up on the cage, just trying to wear him out, just extend the fight as much as he can, for sure. I don't know. He just constantly missing weight throughout his bantamweight career. His second fight, this is going to be his second fight at 145 pounds inside of the UFC. The first one that he has is his one and only loss to JSP, Jonathan Pierce, which he's a very solid fighter, decision loss, like no shame in that. But I don't know. Isaac, he's only 1 year older. They have the same exact height and reach. I just wouldn't be surprised if he's able to go out there just probably a little bit naturally the more like 145er and just be able to put the hands on him, get a first round finish over C-Rod, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's entirely possible.
I wonder.
Or maybe he'll prove that he has 2 rounds of cardio and can knock someone out in the second.
Surprise. Just going like Tapology, minus 135 slight favorite for Isaac Dulgarian.
I can understand that. People are front runners and they see someone who's only ever had first round finishes. Okay, this dude got power in his hands. He's going to be able to put anyone out. Especially like all first round finishes as a featherweight. Like, okay, this guy's got some power. He's going to be a problem for a lot of guys.
Yeah, man.
If he connects, so.
Because only 2 of those are subs. It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if he's able to go out there, especially if he keeps that up, gets another first round finish over fucking C-Rod. Dude, like, pretty quickly, I feel like this guy's gonna be pushed into, like, some bigger fights inside of the division, you know what I mean? Like, there's just no way you're gonna keep such a fun guy like that outside of the top. Like,
but that's gonna be so rough. It's like going from only fighting in the first round against guys, and you know what I'm saying, into... just such little experience too. This will be his second UFC fight, his 7th overall pro fight.
And you know, I'm not like, I don't think like after this one, you know, it'll be like
top 15.
But it's like
just like outside the top 15.
Probably like a little bit. Is it probably gonna be like 1 or 2 fights and then he's gonna be like right there? It's because there are a lot of good guys at 145 pounds, so it will probably take like a 4-fight winning streak to get there. But it's like, yeah, the more impressive he goes out there and keeps on looking, it's not going to take that long for him to be there. Easily. If he like is able to stay active and just like, keep up fights, could easily just be end of this year. We're starting to see him towards those talks,
Mm-hmm. Because you can put him up against people like even like lower down, like not right outside the top 15, but people, you got like your Gavin Tuckers, your and things like that, Duho Choi, and then like even right outside
put
the
him
top
against
15.
Duho, man. Come on.
I'm just pointing out who he could be put up against.
Bro, I would be so sad.
Who to do it against?
That's my fucking old school boy right there when I first started watching and shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then, you got like, Pat Sabatini, Sean Woodson, Charles Jourdain.
Yeah, if he wins this fight, let's get him against Sean Woodson.
No, I was just going to say if he wins this fight, do not put him against Sean Woodson.
Put him against...
No.
First round knockout, give him Sean Woodson.
No, brother.
Why?
Anyway, moving on to the next one.
Ooh, actually, Cub Swanson. How do you feel about that?
No, what the fuck? You want to give a guy with only first round finishes against fucking Cub? You're a dog shit human being. You should really work for the UFC. We are moving on now. You're a terrible human, Ginger. That was but no, it would be smart for him. But moving on to the next fight, though. 135-pound bout, they say.
147-pound catchweight bout.
More than likely. I don't believe this fight's taking place at 135 pounds. It just doesn't make sense.
This is the fight I'm most excited to see the weigh-in.
The only one that has our interest for weigh-ins.
That's so true. Yo, let's see Rob miss his weight.
Cut.
Bro, that'd be terrible.
Hey, that shit happens a lot. When people miss weight, they move up a weight class and they still miss weight.
I know, because they think like, okay, now I can do this or whatever, and then they just end up being a bit heavier, and then those last couple pounds.
C-Rod comes in.
You said how?
I was about to
153.
The fight ain't happening, brother.
Fucking Anthony Johnson fought 170, had to move up because he kept missing weight, and then missed middleweight by
I think like 10 pounds.
Yeah, he made like 193, 194.
Yes. Yes.
Who?
Rumble, Anthony Johnson.
Rumble. One of the scariest 205ers of all time.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Who used to make 170.
Yeah, just a completely different human at 170 pounds.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I knew this already too, but that was still, I love hearing shit again that I forgot. Anyway, yeah, 35 pounds goes crazy. That's not happening.
Penny Kianzad versus Macy Chiasson.
Oh yeah, we didn't even say who.
Both of them are inside of the top 15. Penny ranked at number 6, Macy at number 10. This is a rematch. They both fought each other coming off the same season of The Ultimate Fighter. Macy was able to get the win in that one, rear naked choke. Yep. It was only her third pro fight at the time. They have both had 9 fights in the UFC. Macy has one more win, one less loss, going at 6-3 to 5-4 in Penny, but she's 4 rankings up above her. This should...
Bro, the last time Macy made 135 pounds was 3 years ago, damn near to the day.
Nice. So she's getting it done. Yep.
Nah.
Bro.
She missed weight.
Was 139.5.
She weighed in against Norma. She made the 145 that time. When she fought Rocky, she weighed in at 148.5.
Top 10 bantamweight Macy Chiasson. She is a very fun fighter to watch. I very much do enjoy her in the women's bantamweight division. One of the fighters that does give you hope inside of that division for fun fights. Bantamweight. I feel like she should get this win very solidly over Penny, and she's going to find herself in the top 5 fight afterwards.
This fight isn't going to happen.
It's happening.
Penny's pulling out.
That's in... What?
What do you mean? Why is Penny pulling out?
She's not pulling out, but she's saying no when Macy weighs in at 142 pounds.
See, that's the thing. She's going to already not be cutting crazy weight because she knows Macy's going to miss.
So then this is going to be the one time that Macy makes it and Penny's way over?
Oh my god.
That would be really funny.
The roles are reversed.
No, seriously, I can't wait for weigh-ins though.
Turntables.
But yeah, 16-7 for Panny in her career overall. 8-3 for Macy. Macy should definitely be able to get this done.
Yeah, she's gonna weigh 7 pounds more.
No, all weight things aside, probably
okay,
one of the greatest ways to get finished in a fight Macy did get finished by was an up kick to the liver. Completely unexpected, even by Rainy Aldana.
Yeah, she's looking like, what the fuck did I just do? Am I in trouble?
And then in the post-fight interview said, "Yeah, we'd be practicing that." No, you're not.
Like
maybe she did, but she didn't know that she landed it. You know? I don't know.
She was not. I feel like it's one of those things where you're fucking around in practice with something, and then she accidentally did it in the fight, and was like, "Holy fuck, that actually worked!" Like, but yeah. I feel like that should be a solid fight overall at 135 pounds. Let's fucking go. Main card opener though, 185-pound bout. GM3 Gerald Mearshart, he is back against Brian Barberena, another Bam Bam in this fight or on this card. Bam Bam should not be at 185 pounds. GM3 has the most submissions in 185-pound history inside the UFC. How you guys feeling about this one?
GM3 sub round 1.
Round 1?
Yes.
What do you mean? He's gonna get beat up for a little bit, and then he's gonna get the sub in round 3.
He's
maybe late round 2.
He's gonna duck under a wild right hand from Brian Barberena, shoot a double, and then get an arm triangle at 3 minutes 31 seconds of the first round. I will go to the second on this.
I very much respect that.
I can't wait for you to be so wrong. I'm just gonna pull this clip out and be like, "Yo, bro, you remember?"
3 minutes 31 seconds of the first round. Brian's just landing a right uppercut on GM3 as he's shooting a takedown and knocking him unconscious.
I would cry.
I would die laughing and be like, "Hey, I got the round right. I got the minute right. I got the second right.
That's
to
so
get
funny.
the person."
That's the most important part.
Either way, though, GM3, he's not on the greatest run. He's on a 2-fight losing streak to Joe Pyfer and Andrei Petrovsky. Both of them solid prospects in the 185-pound division, though.
Bam Bam on a 3-fight losing streak, so.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But in
So technically, GM3 doing better.
Yes, he's definitely a more solid fighter overall. Like, definitely just getting more solid wins in his career. Like, getting a third-round finish over Bruno Silva. That's fucking awesome for him, honestly.
Yes.
It is his last win going back to August of 22. But Bam Bam, he's just not an 85er. I don't know. Maybe he's just loving drinking an extra few beers during fucking camp or something like that, because that's how that's how it looks like when he comes into the octagon at 185 pounds. But hey,
like, he's legit one of the like throwback fighters to like UFC like 5 in terms of looks.
Oh yeah, great look to him. He's a fun fighter to watch. But this should be a solid GM3 victory, honestly.
Yeah.
That is the main card, though, of this absolutely wonderful. Did I mention it was a UFC Apex card? I don't know if you would have noticed by the 5-fight card that we had. Or 6-fight main card? Yeah. It's not great, though. The prelims, not that much better. Since there's not too much going on them. Ginger, what fight are you excited for on the prelims? Or which one do you just want to laugh at the most? I don't know. Whatever you want to bring up.
Yo, how are there 10 fighters under Chelsea Chandler?
That's true. There are 10 fighters under her.
It's because of who she's fighting, Josiane Nunes.
Yes.
But since you brought her up, like, I feel like we have to talk about that because I want to talk about that one.
Yes.
Bro, Chelsea ran away from Norma.
Yep.
And
Josiane Nunes is 5'2". She has fought at 145 pounds, but this one's at.
Is this one at knockouts?
No, this one is.
No, this is 135.
Okay, but yeah, 5'2" with a 67-inch reach. This girl is 5'2" and got the same length arms as AJ Fletcher, who was a UFC welterweight at one point in his career.
Yep.
That is absolutely insane. And as you mentioned, Ginger, many knockouts on her record. She just has bombs, and she is a fun fighter to watch.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Chelsea Chandler coming in here at a whopping 5'8" with a 68-inch reach.
6 inches taller, 1 inch reach.
1 inch reach.
I mean, her only loss in the UFC was to Norma Dumont, as you mentioned earlier. So it's like Norma isn't the worst fighter ever.
But
it's just the way that she got punched up and ran face first into the cage.
Yes.
Like, we talk about people like, oh, they're running away. No, she turned around and
ran.
Because, like, people will even, like, make fun of, like, fighters, for, like, doing that shit or whatever, just, like, running away, circling out. But, like, never in my life have I watched a fight and seen a reaction where I was just like, if there wasn't a cage holding that person inside, they would have just left the arena. Like,
I actually screen recorded a little clip because I was like telling one of my coworkers about this, and he was like, yo, bro, no way. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna show you. And so I recorded it to show him because that shit is insane.
I was about to say, never in my life have I seen a UFC fighter turn and hit a 100-yard dash in a 20-foot octagon before.
Yeah, man. Like, if it wasn't there, she just would have ran out right to her car and just drove home. Like, she just would have been gone. Absolutely terrible.
But anyway, so with that, we have Norma, who has never finished anybody, and punched her up and had her run in versus fucking Josiane, who obviously has bricks in her hands.
Yep.
And Chelsea is getting slapped.
I cannot wait to see how this fight plays out, honestly.
This is going to be a fun
excited.
fight. This is going to be so fun to watch.
Bro, what if that's just her natural fucking instincts? And every time in her career when she gets touched up, she's just going to do that in some sort of way.
Every time, I will laugh and talk about it for a long time.
Yes, she will live in MMA history forever if she does it, especially a second time.
But I'll give it to her. Like, I respect it. Directly after the fight, posting a picture of her running, talking about this was the moment that I knew I fucked up. Like, you gotta give it to her. Like,
played into
self-aware.
But yeah, that is probably the best fight on the prelims.
Due to the ha-has.
Yes, and just Josiane Nunes as well. I do have her on my draft, so let's fucking go. She's getting that win.
But I want to talk about the prelims got destroyed, unfortunately.
Oh, Thiago and Brad?
Yep.
Yeah, that was going to be a very fun fight. Definitely interested to see that. But it's also like, I don't know, just Brad, he's had a rough run of it. He had he was on a 4-fight win streak in the UFC. He's now on a 3-fight losing streak, all of them by finish. So it's just, I don't know.
Like, good for Brad.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I'm just good on seeing him get fucked up. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but he's definitely took the required amount of time to where it's like, okay, I can, like, he's not going to just get fucked up on, like, he's not going to take one hit and just go down.
No,
shit.
100%. But it's like, it's just still rough. Especially against someone like Thiago Moises.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand 100% what you're saying. It's just like, the 3 guys that he has a loss to are all in the top 15 now. 2 of them are about to fight each other.
Yeah, so with that, what a tough debut for Mitch Ramirez.
Yes.
Absolutely insane.
I don't know nothing about him other than his one loss is to Carlos Prats in Contender Series.
And his nickname's the Fight Stalker.
Yeah. Beautiful.
This needs to go on that list.
Looking at his record, he has a lot of first-round finishes, 1 decision, 1 third-round finish, which was by leg kicks, so that's nice. So I'm sure it'll be a fun fight either way.
Probably. Might just really go out there and go after Thiago Moises, trying to make a statement in his debut.
Yeah.
Could be a very fun fight. Great performance on either side. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. That should be good.
And we got Jafel Filo back. Fighting Ode Osborne.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be another nice win for him.
Yeah. Jafel probably going to pull out a sub, I would expect. Hopefully in this one.
Probably.
Probably.
But yeah, there's really not much more on the prelim. Josh Coolbauer is back. He always putting up fun fights, so that could be fun against Danny Silva. Has Silva fought in the UFC before? No, he's coming off his win against Angel Pacheco in the Contender Series, making his UFC debut. But yeah,
got a couple UFC debuts in the prelims. We got at least 3.
What, on an Apex card? What? Are you sure there's not no debuts in the main card? There's not. Usually there is on an Apex card. I'm surprised. So maybe it's not that bad, you know? But no, that's all there is to talk about on this fight card. Not that much going on. And we got some fight news, but there's really not too much going on in that either.
We do have a couple good fight announcements, though.
Yeah. Yes. The best one, which got announced today. Let's fucking go. The rematch we've all been waiting for the past 5 years. Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. The rematch in boxing. Right? Everyone's been waiting for that for 5 years. BMF title, inaugural BMF title rematch.
I waited about 3 months after the initial fight to see if they were going to run it back because of how it ended. When I realized they weren't, I stopped caring.
What? No, I know. In terms of like that, it's like, I don't know. Like it doesn't mean anything to me that it is a rematch, but
no, yeah,
it is 10 rounds in boxing. I do just feel like with just how it played out in the first one, like obviously Masvidal was just beating the shit out of him. It was just really not even a close fight at all.
But a lot of his success came from his kicks.
Yes. He was very much mixing it up in all forms of the striking in MMA. So with boxing, definitely going to favor Nate. It just being in the bigger gloves, so like also no elbows, the likelihood of Nate getting busted up as easily goes down a lot more, so that's definitely going to help him out. This could definitely be a very fun competitive fight over 10 rounds in boxing, honestly.
Oh, 100%.
How many times do one of them try to shoot or do some type of wrestling or grappling shit?
See,
Nate's gonna fuck around.
See, I think 0.
You don't think Masvidal will?
Nah. I don't think he's gonna. I think Masvidal's really gonna go out there and try and beat the shit out of Nate Diaz.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I think like the thing with it though is I know they both have respect for each other. So that's why I don't think Diaz is gonna do any like, like he'll point, he'll do all that, but I don't think he's gonna like try to like, guillotine or whatever, because
probably nothing that crazy.
Yeah, because he didn't respect Jake Paul. Like, but let's be honest here.
I feel like also probably especially if it's going late and there's like not going to be a finish in the fight, by the 6th and 7th round and they're 18-20 minutes in, Nate's gonna be he's probably gonna be walking around. He's gonna be putting his fucking hands on the ropes. Like he's just gonna be goofing them, like. Because if he survives throughout like the first 5 with Masvidal, I feel like he's gonna have no worry of getting finished probably past that point. Like it's But yeah, that definitely should be fun. I am excited for that. This next one, I know Ginger is super excited for. His boy is finally back. Let's see if he can actually make it to the fight. Everything goes down, but Manel Kape versus Mateus Nicolau. It's a 5-round main event in the Apex, April 27th. I've just lost all faith in Manel Kape at this point. I don't know. I just can't really expect much from him. You know what I mean? It's just feel like everyone's been so high on him, and it's just been expecting so much, and it just consistently as time goes on, it's just like, I don't know. There's just so many other guys in the division being active, doing big things, getting big wins over top guys, and
I understand it. It definitely makes sense.
Yeah, where do they have him ranked at?
7?
Number 6? Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. His only ranked win is David Dvorak at number 15.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo. He's already lost to Mateus Nicolau, already lost to Pantoja. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Mateus is able to get it done again, but who also knows just when was the last time that Nicolau fought? Damn, he hasn't fought since Royval. I thought that was the last fight.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on damn near a year that he's been away, which is honestly probably good for him because that was a super bad knockout.
That's what I was gonna say. He got knocked out real bad. So
when they fight, it will be 1 year and 12 days.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how he comes back after a knockout like that to Royval. But yeah, I would not be too surprised if Nicolau was able to get it done over 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Actually, with every one of Nicolau's knockouts, he's taken about a year off.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's honestly good that he does that. So.
Hell yeah. But going into the next fight announcement, definitely a much more fun fight, a bigger fight, 155 pounds, 2 top 15 guys, Jalen Turner versus Money Moicano, UFC 300. Is on the prelims. What a great fight that's going to be. I am...
Oh, yeah.
The thing that I am the most worried about, I just don't want to see Moicano get beat the fuck up. And I just feel like Jalen, he has the grappling to not be totally just like out of his depths with Moicano in there.
Yeah.
Taller,
I was going to say, he's much bigger than him, too.
The striking advantage is just going to be heavily in his favor. I would not be surprised if Jalen gets it done in like under 2 rounds.
Same.
Which sucks. I fucking love Moicano. I don't want to root against him.
Amazing.
But like, I would love for him to win this fight, but
yeah, unfortunately, probably not going to get a Moicano post-fight speech.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll see him at the post-fight press conference. He'll still have shit to say. Or he'll be on his YouTube saying shit after the fight anyway, so let's fucking go.
Exactly.
I don't know. Depends on how the fight goes.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know.
He always got something to say.
He'll wake up in the hospital just like...
That's what I was about to say. Like,
motherfucker put me
sent directly to the hospital.
What a fucking asshole. Gotta love Moicano, though.
Yep.
This next one, though, I hate it. I love it, but I hate it so much for so many reasons. 2 of my boys going after it. My old boy, the old vet, Trailer Park Dom Cruz. You gotta love him. Tim Elliott versus the new up-and-comer Tatsudo Taira. Not that new. He's had like 5 or 6 wins in the UFC now. Undefeated, though. Definitely the biggest step up in like the toughest competition he's gonna have fought in his career so far. May 18th, Apex event. Ginger, what are you thinking about this fight?
Tim Elliott don't take no easy fights.
Never.
Never once in his life.
Pretty sure his UFC record is a solid 8-11 right now. Arguably, he
9-11.
9-11. All right, he could have won a couple more of those. You know what I mean? Like some of them didn't go his way when they could have, but he's a tough vet. Always making it scrappy. Got a weird ass style. Can be very tough to deal with sometimes. I am just scared. I'm scared for the 2 things of either Tatsudo is really going to struggle with him and Tim just might, just be able to like shut him down and just like give him that first loss. But on the more likely flip side, Tatsudo's going to run through my boy and I'm going to be very sad afterwards.
Hey, what were we? A lot of people were thinking Mokaev was going to run.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
I know you weren't.
But now I'm thinking it.
I think that Tatsudo Taira is significantly better than Mokaev. I think his striking is better. His wrestling and grappling is better. Like, I think he's just much more physical. I think that he's going to have an easier time, and I think he's going to run through your boy.
Yeah.
He very much can. And
100%.
If he does, I'll be very sad for Tim Elliott. I fucking love him. I'm probably his biggest fan in the fucking general UFC fan base right now in 2024. Yeah. But that would just be so awesome for Tatsudo Taira, especially just, if he gets it done just, like, way easier to Mokaev, because it's just, like, I know in reality shit like that doesn't matter, but it's, like, especially in terms of just perspective for fighters, there's always going to be those comparisons, so it's just, if he goes out there, finishes him in, like, the first or second round, dominates it pillar to post, like, that's going to be a very big feather in the cap for Taira, and that would be awesome for him. And if Tim gets it done, just a vet. Wouldn't be too surprised. Would be sad for Tatsuro, but
same.
That's just the fight game. And another fight that very much just shows how the fight game goes, gives you shit that you never want to see. motherfucking Anthony Smith just continuously wanting to take fights that are terrible for him and his career and his overall health.
Another man who doesn't take no easy fights.
Yeah, you gotta love and respect him for that. His nickname is one of the truest, like, you know, for how he is and like his mentality, motherfucking Lionheart. But he's going up against Vitor Petrino, just another young, hungry, up and coming lion. Just looked absolutely amazing in his last one. This is gonna be UFC 301 May 4th. I am expecting Petrino to dominate Anthony Smith and probably finish him within 2 rounds.
More than likely, I'm going to just say 3rd because that's how long it took Khalil to do it. But
Styles.
But
Khalil has the moments of like where he can like really go after the finish, but it's like he's very patient to get there, and it's like you know what I mean. I don't know if Petrino's gonna give Anthony that same respect, and I feel like he's gonna go after
Tyson.
him.
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked good across it, of course, but like, you know, he definitely took his time with that one.
No, 100%.
Yeah, no. And with Anthony Smith, he could shoot on him. Like, he doesn't tend to shoot, but he can do it.
Yeah, 100%.
So, definitely needs to stay technical in there.
Yes, sir. But this next one, it's the last one. Grant Dawson, he's finally coming back after that absolutely terrible knockout loss to Bobby Green. It just really sucked because just smashing so many people, just on a great win streak inside the UFC. Was that one guy that is coming up, hasn't taken losses to like other people inside the top 15, and just got absolutely smoked. Coming back against Joe Solecki, though, who is also coming back after a terrible knockout loss to Drakkar Klose.
For real.
UFC 302 June 1st. I don't know how to feel about this one. It's like both of these guys are very solid fighters, but just as I said, they're both coming off of terrible losses. It's just like I feel like it's going to be very grappling heavy. Both of them are probably going to play it safe, and it's probably going to be a very grindy decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give it to Grant, though.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'd give it.
I feel like he'll be the more physical guy in there.
He'll be the more physical guy. It's just going to be that threat of submission.
Yeah. He's also had more time off since his knockout loss, too.
That's true.
So that definitely probably play in his favor. Because that shit was just getting slammed like that by fucking Drakkar was so nasty, man. Like that, oof.
Yeah.
Absolutely rough. But that's all the fight news we got. That's all the shit we got to talk about on this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, as always, like and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's fucking go. And we'll catch you on the review to this. Hopefully better than what we think Apex card. Let's go.
Yeah.
Peace out, everyone.